Hello everybody and welcome back to the coolest dog training channel right here on YouTube, and I'm Tom Davis, America's canine educator. I get a lot of questions about dog training equipment, specifically collars. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about one collar I suggest everybody to wear on their dogs every single day. And that, my friends, is the Martingale collar. Now Lakota is wearing the new Wolfgang Man and Beast Martingale collar, and it's something that I put on all my dogs every single day. So the Martingale collar is pretty simple. It has the two rings here and then a connecting little loop with another ring. So what it does is it allows you to apply pressure onto the dog's neck as they pull away or as you need to grab them. So what it does, just like a flat collar, so a flat collar would do this, you pull on the dog's neck and they could come out without putting that extra pressure on the dog. Well, if it's sitting here, it's nice and relaxed, but as soon as the dog pulls or tries to run away, it applies that extra pressure, so it makes it a way safer collar to use than the flat collar. So I can't tell you how many times I've seen dog owners grab their dog out of fear or transferring them from A to B, the parking lot, whatever it may be, and they slip out of that. And even if you put your leash on the dog, and they can still slip out of that. So it's really not a safety thing with your dog. It's really not a safe collar for your dog if you don't have a Martingale collar. Because again, what a flat collar does, and for those of you who don't know, a flat collar is a collar that continually goes with no slip in it at all. If they slip out of that, then they can run into traffic, they could run away, they can run after other dogs and other people. We work with thousands of dogs here at the UCA every single year, and Martingale collar is something that goes on all of our board and trains. We really suggest them when people leave if they don't have a flat collar. So many people will have their dogs naked if they're not training or if they're laying around at home. And the problem with that is if anything ever happened, God forbid, and your dog got out, or you had an emergency, or somebody just left the door open or the garage open and the dog runs away, there's no great opportunity of you getting your dog back other than, posting around and hoping you find the dog. So I used to suggest the flat collars, at least having your tags on the dog, but now that I've started to work more and more with Martingale collars and having the ability to control your dog with just a little slip involved within the flat collar, which is kind of a hybrid, which is really cool, has been a game changer for my everyday collars for my dogs. So in conjunction with all of the other collars that you use, all the collars that we talk about here, the prong collars, the slip collars, the pinch collars, whatever you're using, it doesn't matter. This isn't I recommend this for this reason. This is a video to just tell people. I've seen a lot of dog deaths, unfortunately, with having no collars on at all, or just having a flat collar that a dog can simply pop out of. So the Martingale collar is something that I really it came to my mind of like, holy crap, I haven't even talked to my YouTube community about this, and it's something that can save your dog's life like that. So with anything that I do and I suggest to you guys, it has to be quality, it has to be, it's something that we use as professionals every single day, multiple times a day for several hours. We have to have good products on our dogs. I've talked about so many different horror stories of people using cheap stuff on their dog or not the right fit or whatever it is. And I love the new Wolfgang Man and Beast designs because it's quality. It's made right here in the United States and Utah, and their brand and their designs change monthly. They come out with some really cool stuff that matches the dog's personality and your style and whatever it is. And so when you put the Martingale collar on, simply it should just fit right around the ears like a normal flat collar would. But say she wanted to dart off after something into traffic or whatever, if you put your hand on a collar like this and it flips out and they spin, you could break your wrist, you can break your hand very easily. But with the Martingale collar, it puts some restriction, a little bit of pressure on the dog so they don't like pulling, and it could really make a difference in an emergency situation. And I also think a lot of people think that if they're not training with their dog, they don't have to use a collar at all. On the contrary, the Martingale collar is something that should be worn pretty much all the time, unless you're going swimming, you're going into the water in general, or they're getting groomed or something, then pop it off and then pop it back on.